Well, hello there, everyone. It is John C. Morley here, serial entrepreneur. It is great to be with you this evening. And if you're wondering what this evening is, well, it's Wednesday and it is September 17th. And it is great to be with you here, 2025, on the J Moore, but knew we were on J Moore's Inspirations for Your Life show today. We do a lot of different shows, so you have to remember which show we're on. Inspiration for Your Life is the motivational show that I've had for quite a while. J Moore Tech Talk is the other show, in case you guys are wondering. Great to be with you here. If you are new and you're here the very first time, I want to say welcome to you. If you're coming back, and you've been here many times, of course, I want to say welcome back to you. It is so great to have you here with me and to be part of this amazing program and great content. So I hope that you guys will really value it, and I hope that it will improve the quality of your life every single day. All right, guys, without any further ado, I'd like to go ahead and, basically let you know what today's episode is. Well, first of all, we've had a great master topic for this week, which we started on Saturday, which is that smaller steps can achieve bigger things. And so when we think about smaller steps, bigger things, this is really, really cool. I think one of the big challenges is sometimes when something looks small, we don't think we can do it. So that's something we're definitely going to crush. Hey, guys, if you're thirsty, I don't want you to be famished with food or with a beverage. So feel free to go get yourself some RO water. Like I have here, some nice icy cold water. Maybe you want something hot. Maybe you want a piece of fruit. Maybe you want some nuts, something healthy, tart, sweet or not. That's totally up to you. And don't forget, guys, to check out believemeachieve.com for more of my amazing, of course, inspiring creations. 24 hours a day. You can do that, guys, right after the show. So definitely check that out. I think you guys will be very pleased with that because, this is something that I believe is going to inspire you to become a better version of yourself. And I think that's something that a lot of people don't realize is that, the choice to become better is something that we have to have internally inside us. If for some reason we don't, well, then, it's like, for whatever reason, things take like a halt or a stall. So tonight's granular topic is a really, really good granular topic. Letting go gets easier with practice, series 4, show 38. And we're on episode 5. And without any further ado, I'd like to go ahead and kick the show off, if that's all right with you guys. All right. So again, a very big, big welcome to everyone here. And welcome to Inspirations for Your Life, another inspiring episode where I actually help you guys make some big changes in your life. But they start small, right? Who am I? I'm John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur. And as a serial entrepreneur, an engineer, a marketing specialist, a video producer, podcast host, and coach, I am dedicated to helping you unlock new levels of motivation, creativity, and leadership in both your business and, of course, your personal life. So tonight, I am diving deep into one of the most transformational skills you can cultivate in your life, the art of letting go. Something a lot of people feel like gives them this weird feeling because they feel like they're losing control when they actually decide to let go. This isn't just about, guys, moving on. It's about unlocking the wisdom that comes when we truly release what no longer serves us. I think a lot of us feel that, we have to have all this stuff holding on to it so we can have power. But actually, when we let go, we have more power. So I invite you to join me tonight as I explore with you why letting go isn't a weakness, but it's a true wisdom, and how you can use these insights to elevate your everyday life. Well, that's just powerful. All right, guys, let's get right into number 1. I know you're waiting just as much as I am. Letting go is not weakness, it's wisdom. We often confuse holding on with strength. imagining that our resilience comes from our ability to grip tightly to what's familiar, even when it's no longer serving us. Maybe that's because of a big paradigm we hear all the time, is the difference between a successful person and one that's not successful is the successful people can just hang on a little bit longer. But we're not really talking about their strength. We're talking about their resilience. We're talking about their attitude. So I think that paradigm gets people confused when we say, it's the people that hold on longer that are successful. We might be misaligning what we mean by holding on. It's not necessarily holding on tighter. That's the most important thing. So, understanding that true wisdom is really about discernment, understanding when to hold on and when to, well, let go. The most successful leaders, creatives, and entrepreneurs know that letting go, whether it's outdated beliefs, toxic relationships, or it's unproductivity in habits, it's a sign of strength. Wisdom is letting go to make space for growth and new opportunities. And I think that scares people when we think about the fact that we need to let go of something so we can become more. Number two is, speaking of more, the more you release, the lighter you feel. It could be just stress. I mean, think of it like this. A lot of times you might have stress, right? Or you have things you need to release. So if you just picture whatever that is that's stressing you above your head, kind of, right? And then kind of like put a bubble around it. And then just let that bubble rise, 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 rise. Take another stressful thought. Pop a bubble around it. Let it rise, 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 rise. Take another stressful thought. Put a bubble around it. And keep doing that, and you're going to feel much lighter. Imagine carrying a heavy backpack filled with rocks everywhere you go, weighing you down every step of the way. The same is true, guys, for emotional and mental baggage. As we practice letting go of what burdens us, we experience true lightness, a sense of freedom, and newfound energy. You'll be amazed at how possibility opens up once you choose to set aside the unnecessary weights you've been carrying. I think that's important to understand, guys. Number three, practice turns the discomfort or pain into peace. Letting go isn't always easy. I'll admit this. It takes time and it takes courage. But with each step in the journey, every act of a release, we turn pain into peace. Like any skill, the more we practice letting go, the more natural and transformational and transformative it becomes, allowing us to have the healing of the deep wounds be healed by replacing it with tranquility and hope. Number four, guys, every goodbye creates space for a new hello. Life is a series of beginnings and endings. And when you say goodbye to something, a job, a phase, or even a mindset or a person, you're not just experiencing loss, you're also making space for something new to enter. New relationships, new ideas, new adventures. Now, that empty space can feel, well, scary, but it's also where creation and opportunity blossom and thrive. Number five, guys, letting go is self love in action. It might feel selfish to walk away or release what's familiar, but letting go can be one of the greatest acts of self love. You are honoring your value and emotional health when you remove what no longer aligns with your purpose or happiness. Setting boundaries and moving forward are powerful forms of self care. Number six, guys, freedom begins where control ends. Freedom begins where control ends. So many of us are raised to believe that controlling everything means we are, well, safe and successful. But the reality is, freedom blossoms when we recognize and we relinquish what we cannot control. See, that shift in mindset is where growth, creativity, and innovation truly begin. Number seven, guys, release what you can't carry. Not everything is your responsibility or within your power to fix. When you acknowledge this reality and release the burdens, you were never meant to hold on to. You reclaim your energy for what truly matters, your core presence. You give yourself and others the chance to flourish. Number 8, guys, growth comes after shedding what you need to get rid of. A tree cannot sprout new leaves without first losing the old. When we shed outdated visions of ourselves, we nourish the soil for real growth. Embracing change can be uncomfortable, but every layer you let go of is an invitation to blossom. Number 9, holding on too tight, as I was saying before, hurts more. I know the paradigm of, those that hold on longer are the ones that are successful, but we're not talking about tighter. We're talking about a different mentality, about a resilience, about a creativity. That's what I mean by holding on, not the fact that one's holding like really, really tight. The tighter we grip to what's slipping away, the more pain we create for ourselves. Okay? Whether it's a fading relationship or an outdated plan, learning to release gently rather than with resistance saves us from unnecessary suffering. Number 10, guys, healing is the art of surrender. When you surrender to the reality of your situation, accepting it fully without fighting or denying, you begin a powerful process of healing. Surrender isn't giving up. It's opening up to new ways of being, thinking, and living. Letting go makes room for miracles. Miracles rarely happen in cluttered spaces. When we deliberately let go of expectations, limiting beliefs, and old wounds, we create fertile ground for unexpected blessings, breakthroughs, and joys we never anticipated were possible. Number 12, peace starts when the fight stops. As long as you're struggling to hold on, peace will evade you at every moment. But the moment you stop struggling and simply allow what is to be, you pave the way for lasting calmness and resilience. Number 13, guys, release isn't loss. It's an alignment. Letting go isn't always about loss. Often it's about, aligning ourselves with our true values and our purpose. By shedding what distracts or detours us, you start living intentionally and authentically. That means you're living the life you're meant to live, not someone else's life. Detachment is a superpower. Being attached to outcomes can leave you anxious and disappointed. Cultivating detachment, caring deeply, yet letting life unfold without cringing or clinging gives you flexibility and inner peace no matter what comes. So when something in your life is not what you want, you have to disassociate yourself with it. When you do that, then you'll find that it doesn't have any power or control over you. If you associate with something, then it kind of holds you back. And I think that's the magical secret between people in life, whether it's grammar school, high school, whatever it is, college, and people are bullying them. When you dismiss that and when you show that it doesn't bother you and you disassociate, it really doesn't bother you. But when you let it get under your skin, it becomes a really big problem. All right. Number 15, carry lessons, not the baggage. So sometimes we have a very, let's say, challenging and uncomfortable lesson. We've all had these, right? So when this happens in our life, we have to say, okay, I've moved on from that. But here's what I've learned from that lesson. I've learned that in one of my lessons, for example, I learned when I was being friendly to somebody and trying to be supportive, I learned that when the door is closed or when there is apathy, lack of interest, don't try to reopen that door. Just let it stay closed. Because maybe the person doesn't want to rekindle. Maybe the person isn't ready. They're not mature enough. It doesn't matter. It's not your job to figure it out. It's just when you sense there is a disconnect, let it go. Carry the lessons, not the baggage. Everything you experience, good or bad, has a lesson. Make the choice right now to take those lessons with you as, wisdom and leave the discomfort or pain behind you. Personal evolution is about transformation, not accumulation of the woes. I know a lot of us want to, reminisce on the woes and say, oh, this is what happened and I can't do this any better, right? And you can keep feeding the fire of I'm not enough. You can keep feeding the fire of I can't do this. You can keep doing that all you want. And you're just going to make things very difficult for yourself. Number 16, guys, sometimes closure is choosing peace. I did that the other day when somebody wasn't reciprocating. I chose to just end the conversation with, okay. Now, that wasn't saying I'm not interested in communicating again, but it also wasn't begging to be around for their attention. And I think that's important. When we set a standard and we set boundaries and we let other people know that, hey, we're not going to tolerate that, either can get lost or they can basically toe the line and mend their ways. Now, not everything needs to be explained, justified, or completed according to our preferences, but some things do. Sometimes the healthiest step is simply to choose peace, even and especially when you can't control the ending. People are complex creatures, right? And sometimes somebody does something, but you don't necessarily know why they do it. But we'll beat ourselves up. Like I remember doing this in high school, right? We'll beat ourselves up and say like, why did the person say hello to me? Or why did this? And we're like second guessing ourselves. As we get older, we don't need to do that. But being younger and realizing that we don't need that approval is also important. I think at a younger age, we're always looking for approval. We don't need that approval. It's nice, but we're still going to go on with or without it. But when you're younger, it's like you feel like you have to have that or you can't breathe. It's like oxygen for you. Number 17, guys, less holding, more living. You see, the less you focus on the past hurts or discomforts or imagined futures, the more you can immerse yourself in the present moment. Living fully is one possible way, but it's only possible when hands and your heart are open, not clinging to yesterday. Oh, that's a big secret. A lot of people I talk to are going to cling to yesterday because they feel that they've got to go back. They've got to prove something. But really, you don't need to prove anything. I mean, anything you need to prove. Okay. But I know it's important. And I know that people have to understand that it's important that this is the way it is. But a lot of people don't quite understand that. And I think that's a very, very important thing to understand. But I get that sometimes it doesn't align with you at the moment. I get that, guys. Believe me, I get it. So let's think about this for a moment. What's meant for you won't need gripping, okay? It won't need any type of glue. It won't need anything. But sometimes we want things to stick to us, right? Like what doesn't stick, right? Like, let's say you're talking about magnetic. Will magnets stick to rubber? No. If we use super glue, will glue stick to rubber? Yes. So sometimes when we force something to stick, it's not going to stick and it's going to make things worse. So opportunities, relationships, dreams, what's truly destined for you will remain effortlessly for you. This is important. Trusting this truth allows you to let go with confidence, knowing what your will always will find you in the perfect way and time. I know when I say those things, people are like, well, but I have to have this. Somebody told me a long time ago, John, whatever you want, you're going to either get that or something better. And you have to have that mindset from day one. I think that's a very, very important thing to understand is that you have to understand that. All right. But I know it's important to understand these things. And I think sometimes people don't always realize why things are a certain way. I think we try to make a square peg go through a round hole. No matter what we do, a square peg's not going to go through a round hole, right? And we spend so much time and energy trying to either reshape the hole or reshape the peg. It's not meant for that connection, right? So why are we trying to force it? I had a potential client this morning. I spent some time with it. It didn't go anywhere, but you know what? I learned some things that helped me for the next time. I made a connection with a new vendor, and I left it in a respectable manner that maybe they will come back, maybe they won't. But I learned a lot, and I thanked everybody that helped me to get my information so I could put the proper quote together. And also thanking the people, letting them know that I don't want to waste their time. And I think those are important things. We have to be polite in everything we do. Number 19, guys, practice letting go, master inner freedom. Every time you intentionally let go, you strengthen your freedom muscle. Over time, you'll find that the things that once triggered anxiety or some discomfort or pain no longer bind you anymore. They simply pass through like clouds in the sky. I was reading a post on, it was actually on, I think it was a social media, Facebook or something. And the post was very interesting, okay? And the post was about a business. I'm not going to tell you what kind of business. That doesn't really matter. It was about a business. And it was basically in this group for this town asking where somebody could get something. So one commenter responded that this one company was great, that they looked the best, but another place, not in the town, tasted better. One person said, "I agree with they look better, but respectively disagree about the taste." Then they say for 10 years if they've consistently voted number one, yada, 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 and trying to defend their reputation. Okay. And then they say you should support a blah, 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 a certain business. And so, when you've got to force something like that, okay, when you have to force something like that, that is a problem. That's a problem because you're trying to make that square peg fit into the round hole. And competition is completely legal, guys. So the fact that somebody doesn't want to go to get your ice cream, it's not ice cream, but your ice cream doesn't mean that you should like badmouth the people or knock the people that want to go to the other place. There's nothing wrong with that. I think that's wrong to guilt people into trying to buy from you locally because maybe they found something somewhere else, even though it was still it was a local business, but it was a different town. You can't do that to people. I think you should always support local, but if it's another local town, there's nothing wrong with that. Number 20, guys, every release is a rebirth. Every time you let go, you're given a blank page, a new chance to redefine yourself and your future. It's like going into Word and clicking new document, new page. Release is not the end, folks. It is the beautiful beginning of your next chapter. So whenever I have the conversation with people about release, they're like so extremely defensive. I think it's because they want people to understand a certain thing. And the thing that they want them to understand is that it has to be their way or pretty much the highway. I think that's an important thing. And I say this because most people don't understand how this works. So I want to tell you that it's important to understand one thing. And that one thing, guys, is this: letting go is something we all need to embrace. There's lots of things we let go of. When we let go of them, more good can come into our life. It's like if you ever think of, emptying out a drawer, well, you have more room for other things, right? Maybe you clean out your closet, you have more room for new things. When we get rid of something in our life, that void can then get filled with something else that's even better. And I said to you that, you have to be open to saying that, you're going to get what you want, or be open to something even better. A lot of people get so challenged because they're not getting exactly what they want. But you have to have belief and faith that it will come to you. These are important truths, guys. I invite you guys to connect with me for more uplifting content and strategies. Again, I'm John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur. Where can you connect with me? I'll be happy to share that with you. You can go to believemeachieve.com 24 hours a day to find my short form content, my long form content, my articles, and so much more. Podcast, rewatch this episode, other episodes, listening to the full episodes again, because, just watching them one time is not enough. I invite you guys to join me as we explore together these transformative techniques that empower you to unlock the full potential of your mind, inspire you to live your most fulfilling life. Remember, incorporating these practices consistently creates a culture where acknowledgement, gratitude, and celebration fuel personal and professional growth. So tune in, guys. Elevate your life together, and let's make you have an even better life than you dreamed possible. Again, check out believemeachieve.com and start elevating your life today. And I'll catch you guys at another show or other piece of content real soon. Be well, everyone, and take care.